Hello, Team Greatness. Yes, it's me, Jessica Campos from marketingforgreatness.com, the recovered attorney that turned herself into a forensic digital marketer. And now I help entrepreneurs and marketing teams build brands and monetize it. Yes. As always, we have a shout out, and this episode has a shout out for Tidy Your Time. She has one of the best productivity seminars ever. Go ahead, guys, and follow her and support her. Woohoo! I'm so happy you're back, and if you're new, welcome. Don't forget that before you leave, please subscribe, like, and share, because that's the way that we can keep growing our community of Team Greatness. I guess we can say, by the size of the productivity industry and the tools that have been created to help people maneuver the different roles in life, that a lot of people need help in this area. So what I'm going to be telling you is what has worked for me. I have 4 kids. I build right now 3 brands, and I have a husband, 2 dogs, and it's my life just keeps going. So how do I make it work, and what are the things that I do right now that help me? It's what I want to discuss with you in this video. Hopefully this helps you tremendously, and I look forward to read your comments, your suggestions, and even the things that are kind of making your life a little bit challenging today. Please leave them in comments, because maybe I have a suggestion for you. Remember to subscribe so we can stay in touch. So what I would say, the first thing is, in theory, what people say about how to be productive, how's the process from very unproductive to completely super achiever. First of all, it's a huge spectrum. So we should not be expecting that right now, if you are really somebody that can even concentrate in the things that you need to do, and you have a giant pile of things, you probably are in the procrastination mode to the point that you're no longer even looking at your to-do list. So if that's your case right now, let's just set up those expectations and then start with creating little by little goals on a daily basis that are tiny goals. But I want you to stop punishing yourself and stop with the guilt trip, because most likely that is not going to help you to even be open-minded to see how other people do it. You will see that by doing even the small and tiny things, you will be inspired, you'll be motivated, and then you'll be open to see how can you do more of that. With time, the consistency is what is going to turn you into the super productive person that you want to be. But for now, let's just take your life as is, take it easy, and let's just do tiny things but consistently. One of the things that helps me tremendously is to dedicate days of the week by themes, especially because I'm a CEO, I run 3 brands, I have multiple things to do. Lately, my favorite schedule has been to put a lot of work Mondays and Tuesdays. Those are the 2 days that I work for the brands and clients that I do marketing. Now, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays have other things on my calendar. Think about how can you put the task in bulk so that you know that that day you're going to be working on particular task, and in that way your brain gets a little bit more productive by just doing those tasks, knowing then that maybe you have a day off in the week. In my case, I have Fridays off, and I also have Thursdays off, because those are my days where I get to just produce content. So by organizing your week, assigning themes, it's going to clear your mind and get you to be more optimized. See if you can do that. Now, doing it is going to take a process, because you want to do it, but then how are you going to put your boundaries so people respect that you have days dedicated to those themes? Don't think that you're going to be saying, oh yeah, this is my day when I get to do X, Y, and Z. I actually use a scheduler. I use Vcita for that. And things are not going to happen unless they are on that scheduler. I invite you to have a scheduler so you can have those things there and just really be disciplined enough so that things are not on the schedule won't happen. you will be tempted when people tell you, can I call you? Can I call you in a moment? Can I ask you a question really quickly? Say no. It's going to be the hardest part because probably you have never done that, and you will feel like you are so rude by not being instantly available for people. But you know what? You should not be. You should not be. So cut with those habits that probably are the ones that are preventing you from being more productive. Now, going into running the day, time blocking, it's something that I do and helps me tremendously. But how much do you really need to block? I actually cannot go longer than 90 minutes. And one of the things that I have proven, and I want you to do this experiment, I put 6 tasks. And I can tell you that in 90 minutes, I can tackle 6 tasks, usually no more than that. And when I do the time blocking, what happens is my brain all of a sudden feels like, wow, I am done. I like to do the time blocking, the 90 minutes, around 10:30 in the morning all the way to noon. In that way, I have my break. I usually respect and honor that break. Even if I have a home office, I take the break, I go for lunch, even at the kitchen here, and then I come back in the afternoon and just reset. Sometimes if I do other things after the kids go to bed, I usually like take my shower, and sometimes I say, okay, now I do my night part-time. So try to put your brain in zones so that you get to be like those 90 minutes in blocks, and see if you in that way get more things done. Now, how do we do social media? One of the things that I do when it comes to the social channels that we maintain, right now I do have a team, I have to be honest with you, so I don't take care of all of it, but we do the planning, and planning helps tremendously. We plan the entire month. It doesn't take us more than 2 hours probably, the entire month. That means content, the visuals, the campaigns, any deals that we want to launch, any promotion that we want to launch. We get to plan all of that once a month, and then everything gets scheduled. Now, the time that I dedicate to connect with people also has a day in the week. So the way I started, right now it's a little bit more into habit mode, but the way I started, I remember that Mondays were my Facebook days, then Tuesdays were my YouTube days, Wednesdays were my LinkedIn, then, so on. Maybe you can start by assigning maybe 3 channels, and then you alternate the days, and you will see that maybe you just need one where you're going to be dedicating a little bit more time to nurture connections and see if that works. One tip that I teach my clients is I challenge you to do Operation 10-5-1. And what that means is try to connect with 10 people every day for 5 days. Maybe from those 10 connections that you try to initiate, 5 will come back and say, hey, nice meeting you. And what do you do with that? You track that information, because that's going to help you be more intentional with what you do in social media. And maybe from the 5, one person, it's going to move forward with maybe going for coffee or doing a virtual coffee these days, or being interested in building a further relationship with you. I do the Operation 10-5-1, and every time I do it, I end pretty much at the end of the month with 30 nurtured connections that get to be built on with time and consistency. Operation 10-5-1 is actually something that you should be doing, because if you think about it, it's not just about being on social media to consume content, but more strategically, so you are there to build the connections with the people that you want to be related to. And since we talk about the fact that you are going to start in you will be taking baby steps, what I do is that at the end of the month, I do a review. That's one of the reasons why I honestly could not find a planner that will fit my needs as a mom, as a business owner, as a leader. And we planned so many things that I decided to create my own planner. Now, don't get too excited, because we are redoing the planner because we want to launch it on Amazon. But one of the things that I will show you, and actually there's going to be a link on the video, because I want to give you the exercise exercises that I included in this planner and also will be in the Amazon version, but there's an exercise component in the planner where I get to ask you to review your month. And you will be noticing the following, that when you review your month and maybe 3 months in a row, you get to see the improvements. And those are the things that I want you to please celebrate. For example, this month, one little goal that you can set up, it will be maybe you go from not having a scheduler to have a scheduler. And maybe the other month you'll be, I have a scheduler, but I'm using it. You see, those are 2 victories that will take you to feel that joy in the process. My friends, we're here for the long term. We're not here to just believe that things are going to turn around in just overnight. And one of the latest philosophies that I have been implementing in my life to be more centered and to be more grounded and to see the goals that we have to take our company to the biggest jumps ever is to actually commit to see life in a period of 12 months. And why do I say that? I realized that we go to school for a long time, but now in adulthood, if you think about it, the skills that we need to live life, especially with the different roles that we have, are not there. And nobody really told us. You didn't learn this in school. And that's why the planning industry is so big because, people don't really know how to do it. But one thing I will say is take that vision into that 12 years and commit to that and just do it. You want to increase your income? Just do it. You want to get more leads? Just do it. You want to market your business? Just do it. Oh, I have this idea. I want to launch my website. Fine, do it. Oh, I have this person that I know and we can do an event together. Do it. I met that person in social media and maybe we can do it. Do it. I hope this helped, guys. Let's keep that connection going and keep sharing this video to help more people. Team greatness.